Sunday worship ipsos obedience to man, not God. Warning, if you worship on Sunday, you are obeying man, not God. What if I told you that nowhere in the Bible does God command Sunday worship? This shocking truth has been hidden for centuries, but today we expose it. Welcome to today's powerful teaching. Sunday worship equals obedience to man, not God. For centuries, millions of Christians have been led to believe that Sunday is the Lord's day. But does the Bible actually say this? If Sunday worship is biblical, we should find at least one verse where God commands it. But if we can't, that means millions are following man-made traditions, not God's word. Skeptics and non-believers. I challenge you to disprove these biblical facts. The challenge begins. God commanded the Sabbath, not Sunday. Exodus 20, 8-11. The fourth commandment clearly says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Genesis chapter 2, 2-3. At creation, God blessed and sanctified the seventh day. Malachi 3:6. For I am the Lord, I change not. Fact, the Sabbath was never changed by God. Challenge to skeptics. Find one verse where God changed the Sabbath to Sunday. 2. Jesus and his disciples kept the Sabbath. Luke 4:16. Jesus kept the Sabbath as his custom was. Matthew 24:20. Jesus prophesied that his followers would still be keeping the Sabbath in the last days. Acts 17:2. Paul, even after Jesus' resurrection, worshipped on the Sabbath. Fact. If Sunday replaced the Sabbath, why didn't Jesus say so? Challenge to skeptics. If Jesus and his disciples worshipped on the Sabbath, why do churches teach Sunday worship? 3. The Catholic Church admits it changed the Sabbath. Catholic Record, September 1, 1923. Sunday is our mark of authority. The Church is above the Bible. Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine. We observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity. Fact. The Catholic Church openly admits it changed the Sabbath, not God. Challenge to skeptics. If the Catholic Church changed the Sabbath, why do Protestants obey it instead of God's command? 4. The Bible warns against following man's traditions. Mark 7:7-9. In vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Daniel 7:25. A religious power would think to change times and laws. Revelation 14:12. God's faithful keep his commandments, not man's traditions. Fact. Sunday worship is a man-made tradition, not a biblical commandment. Challenge to skeptics. If the Bible warns against changing God's law, why are you following a tradition that does exactly that? Call to action. Sunday worship equals obedience to man, not God. Are you following God's law or man's tradition? The Bible is clear. God never changed the Sabbath. Millions are being deceived. Will you stand with God or will you reject his truth? Challenge. Can you find one verse proving Sunday worship? Comment below. Like, share, and subscribe to spread the truth.